I thought you did it.
Oh,
So,
nah, I don't know how to do it. My bad.
yes, it's saying Facebook won't let you go. But we live though.
If not, it's too wild.
Yeah. You ready?
I think we live now, ain't we?
Nah, I mean, is you ready?
Sitting in this bitch on live.
You ready?
Somebody ready for war?
I'm gonna drop that
Talking about
intro.
ready for war.
That easy. Like to talk.
Drop that hot shit.
Wise man mad. They ready for war. Been in all blacks is a trooper. Plan, plot, strategize, crucial. Gotta pick a side, no neutral. In the middle of a war as usual. Watch a bad day shoot. If your ops drop, better keep it moving. All we do is win, no losing. In the middle of a war as usual. In the middle of a war as usual. In the middle of a war as usual. Plan, plot, strategize, crucial. In the middle of a war as usual. In the middle of a war as usual. In the middle of a war as usual. If the ops drop, better keep it moving. In the middle of a war as usual.
Yeah, so that was our intro, and as usual, this is the war as usual. Back at it again for another episode 44, man. Give it up. Oh, y'all can probably barely hear me too. Hold on, let me make sure y'all can hear me well. Let me get this microphone. Never mind the boxes in my hand. I handle a lot of boxes in my days. Let me stop. Back at it again, man. I am Preaching Officer Itazai. With me is Taweezy, the Prince, Wise Man Mad, Lapayad. We getting up in this thing, man. Hey, it's going down, man. It's like we can't. It's like we can't go a week without some fire happening. You know what I mean? I'm gonna run it down real quick, man. Trump get the second assassination attempt on his life. Brittney Reiner went from going broke to going Muslim. Black people having a picnic on the White House lawn. It's getting crazy. It's still the year of revelation. There's more to be revealed. P. Diddy just houses got raided. Found 1,000 bottles of baby oil in this man's house. I still don't think that's true. I don't know y'all if y'all got the sources to prove it. If
Nah,
y'all got the sources to prove it.
I think the law enforcement agency that's prosecuted him is the one that brought out the statement that he had 1,000 bottles and shit.
Jeez.
I mean, y'all don't have 1,000 bottles. Everybody don't have 1,000 bottles of baby oil. That seems pretty normal.
1,000.
What? So niggas
need help.
That's
Niggas
crazy.
need help.
Yeah, that is
1,000 bottles,
help.
bro.
That's 1,000 bottles, bro.
So that means they
Never
filling
run
up swimming pools. That's what that
Yeah,
means.
I don't know what they got going on, man.
That's
I mean,
swimming
it's
pools.
possible. He might be doing like a oil wrestling. You know what I'm saying? I don't fucking know. I don't go to the Diddy parties. I don't know if anybody knew that. So I don't know what happens at the Diddy parties. Whatever the fuck is going on in there, it needs 1,000 bottles of baby oil to happen.
That's crazy.
Shalom, Nazam Anajul. What it do?
What you do?
Listen, man, we're gonna be announcing in other news. We're gonna be announcing some giveaways, man. We doing some giveaways. I promised y'all that we was gonna do giveaways, and today is the day that we do some giveaways. You can't see what's on the screen because it's not on the screen, but it's there, and we will reveal what they are in a hot second. So, in the meantime, while you ahead of the game, make sure that you are subscribed to the channel. Right? Go to ISUB. Oh, I'm sorry, that too, but go to War as Usual on YouTube. All right, just type in at War as Usual, no spaces. It's spelled how it sounds. Hit the subscribe button, hit the bell as well. So when we go live, you get notified. All right.
You might as well
Go to
add the
Facebook.
Facebook. Hell yeah.
Go to Facebook as well and type in the War as Usual webcast. If I'm not mistaken, hold on. Let me double on that. War as usual. Just type in the War as Usual webcast on Facebook. You'll be able to follow, like the page. You understand, and watch us on YouTube as well. All of that stuff is on the Facebook. Then what you're gonna do next is go to TikTok. Lapa, y'all tell me what the TikTok handle is.
War as usual on TikTok.
Okay, so go to at War as Usual.
It's just at War as usual at TikTok.
It's simple, you know what I mean? Just find us at War as Usual, right?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And you could partake in this gift. Should I do the reveal now? Should I just go ahead and reveal what they're gonna
Where's
win?
drum roll?
Show the people what they'll win. All right, so drum roll, please. On the left hand, we have a brand new rapid boil electric kettle. All right, so this thing is very, very useful. You know what I'm saying? I use it myself. All you gotta do is plug it in, turn it on, put your water in there, and it boils in seconds, literally. Like it don't take long at all. So if you're the type of person that loves your coffee in the morning, loves your tea or whatever, you know what I mean, you just boil that water and pour it out to let it steep. You know what I'm saying? And whatever you're trying to steep, you just let this boil for a few seconds, like 30 seconds, and then pour it into your cup. It even has an indicator to let you know when it's ready, like when it's hot enough to brew something. You understand? So you turn it on, it turns red. I believe it turns green or blue or something like that when it's ready. And then you just take it off the electric stand or whatever. The electric stand is what turns it on. All right, so that we have that. So if you want to win one of these electric kettles, make sure you follow those steps, man. Like and subscribe to those channels that I just told you about on Facebook, YouTube, and TikTok. All right. And then you're gonna and also click the bell for notifications. So you have to click the bell as well. So you hit the follow button and then you hit the bell, and then you're going to send us a message on Facebook. All right, go to Facebook at the War as Usual webcast, and you're going to send us a message saying done. Okay, we're going to be able to find out if you're telling the truth or not. So please do what the Lord says and do not bear false witness. Okay, once you send us the notification, once you send us that message saying done, I've done this, and that's all you gotta say is done, we're going to be able to find your name associated with those three accounts and confirm whether you are following or not. You know what I mean? Better yet, add your TikTok name, your Facebook name, and your YouTube name to the message and hit done. All right, and that way we'll know if you followed or not. If you don't follow those steps, you will not be able to win. Okay, so that's our one prize. Here's the second prize. Drum roll, please. Yeah, we got two prizes. Boom.
What?
All right. This is a Chefman Turbo Fry air fryer. Okay, it fries 2 quarts. You see them fries in there getting crispy. You understand? All you gotta do, plug this bad boy in, turn it to the setting you need it. You know what I mean? Put your food up in there. You lay down a little, you know what I'm saying, one of them little wax paper joints up in the bottom to line it. And then you throw your food in there, you turn it on, and it cooks. And guess what? It cooks 3 times faster than an oven. You know what I'm saying? This is what it's about. It's about convenience, my nigga. You know what I mean? We got the convenience appliances. All right. So compact size, big flavor. All right. So you can win one of these as well. And then thirdly, I think I might do a little giveaway of these bad boys. I think I might do it.
Dang, yeah, I'm about to join.
Get you one of these camp vans.
I'm about to join, bro.
They getting all the good shit.
Niggas gonna say it's rigged, bro.
I'm gonna be like, the winner is throw a shove for all 3 prizes.
Right.
You know what I mean? So you know what I mean. These is hot right now. So y'all getting some good prizes. And that's all y'all gotta do. All you gotta do is three prizes for 3 steps. You dig? That's all it is to it. So y'all make sure y'all go and make sure y'all subscribe. And while you at it, tell a friend to subscribe as well. Tell a friend, hey man, look, you missing out. You're missing out on all this good content. You're missing out on these giveaways because we're gonna be doing more giveaways. That's like that's inevitable. You know what I mean? So you're missing out. Tell your friend to tell a friend. Hey, Shalom, Priest and Officer 5,000 Mile Bar, Louisiana. What's
Yeah.
going on, sir? All right, so y'all make sure y'all subscribe. All right, and now, without further ado,
And if y'all miss out on the giveaway, run the tape back after this so you can get all the information.
Yes,
right,
sir.
and we'll probably put out a clip of this. You know what I'm saying? Somebody make a clip of this. But let's get into it, man. Where we going first?
We can talk about Trump real quick and get that out the way.
Yeah, let's get him out the way.
Let's get him out the way.
Tight shit. Tight shit.
Let's go.
Good evening, everybody. I'm Teresa Woodard. We
Y'all
are
able to hear it?
Yeah. Play it. We can hear it.
Thank you for watching on this Sunday evening, everybody. I'm Teresa Woodard. We are beginning with breaking news out of Florida. Tonight, the FBI is investigating what it says appears to be another assassination attempt on former President Donald
Not another
Trump.
one.
We know right now the former
Another
president is safe. He is back at Mar-a-Lago. That is about 4 miles away from where this happened on his golf course in West Palm Beach. According to the Secret Service, agents fired at the suspect who was on the Trump International Golf Club as the former president was on the
I
course.
used to live
Officials
right.
say the
You
suspect
see
was
where it
about
say Kirk and
300
Summit? If you keep going, like Kirk is going east and west, right? So if you keep going west, which is up towards the top of this map. Hold on, let me look at this. Okay, no, my bad. If you keep Kirk is going north and south, Salaket. I meant Summit is going east and west, right? So if you go down on Kirk, I literally lived like two intersections from this intersection, Kirk and Summit, right? My homeboy lived on Davis. I know exactly where this golf course is. We went to this golf course, and
Not
we made
recently,
a whole
right?
video about it. Nah, this wasn't recently. But recently, recently I was at his manor. Recently, like I took my wife to the to go see, on that side because there's some history about that island um that Donald Trump lives on in Mar-a-Lago. That island used to be where black people lived, and they actually kicked us off that island. Like they tricked us. Really, they tricked us off the island and made us go into this neighborhood called Pleasant City, where I live now. Right, and well, where my mother lives, I should say. My mother lives in this neighborhood called Pleasant City today, and back in the, I want to say 1600s. No. It had to be, I believe it was like 19, some early 1900. Anyway, don't quote me on the year, but the point is that neighborhood called Pleasant City started because they sent the black workers that were living on the island, building the island. Like we were there, living there, building the island, building like the museums there. This guy named Henry Flagler commissioned those black workers to build a museum and all type of stuff on that island. And after we were done with all the work that he wanted us to do, he tricked us into going to this party in Pleasant City and saying there's chicken and watermelon there. And of course, what nigga can turn down chicken and watermelon, right? Well, we all went to this party, to this picnic, and I'm glad I'm saying picnic because it's going to follow up in the next few stories. But we were tricked into going to this picnic, and while we were over there, they were busy burning down our homes on that island where Mar-a-Lago is. So we weren't able to go back, and then they blocked off the bridge so that you couldn't go back over there if you wanted to. The fire department couldn't cross the bridge. Nobody could go across the bridge while those houses were burning. And there was multiple calls about a fire on this island called, Palm Beach Island. They called it the Sticks. But everybody's calling saying, hey, yo, there's a fire on the Palm Beach Island. Fire department's trying to go to this island and they can't get through because they're blocking the bridge. All right. So between this place, this golf course in Mar-a-Lago, I know all about this area. You know what I'm saying? So it's it hits home for me. It's a lot. I just wanted to mention that.
No, that's a dope history fact, man. I guess the chicken is coming home to roost.
That's a hell of a way to put it. The fried chicken is coming home to
500
roost.
yards from Mr. Trump. That is, of course, about 3 to 5 football fields. That suspect is in custody tonight. Our Matt Houston is in our newsroom following this story for us tonight. Matt, what do you know?
Teresa, the Secret Service says an agent was 1 or 2 holes ahead of the former president when he spotted a gun barrel in shrubs that surround the golf course. That agent shot as many as 6 times at the suspect, who ran away. It's not clear whether he shot back or if he was injured. Federal authorities have not released the man's identity, but he is in custody. Palm Beach County Sheriff Rick Bradshaw says a witness took a picture of the man and the car he got into, then gave those photos to police. License plate readers flagged that car on I-95, and deputies stopped the person on the interstate. There was no high-speed chase or shootout. Bradshaw also released these photos of the items the suspect left behind at the golf course. There are 2 backpacks he said are filled with ceramic tile, a GoPro camera, and a scoped AK-47 style rifle. The sheriff said if Trump were still the president, the Secret Service would have surrounded the golf course. Instead, there was a sort of bubble a little bit closer to the former president.
I would imagine that the next time he comes to the golf course, there'll probably be a little bit more people around the perimeter. But the Secret Service did exactly what they should have done. They provided exactly what the protection should have been, and their agent did a fantastic job.
Now, again, the FBI is calling this an apparent assassination attempt. That makes 2 attempts on the former president's life in the last 2 months. Today, a Secret Service representative said, and I quote, "The threat level is high." Teresa.
All right, Matt Houston for us in our newsroom. Thank you, Matt. We also have this tonight from Vice President Kamala
It don't really
Harris.
make sense to me.
She wrote on X, she has been briefed on the situation, saying, I am glad he is safe. Violence has no place in America. Stay with us for more on this breaking story on WFAA.com.
That's a crazy statement to make.
That's cap.
Right.
That's cap.
Violence has no place in America.
This is the place of violence.
Wow.
First of all, didn't America make UFC famous? Didn't America make boxing famous? Didn't America make football famous? There's violence in every sport. That's what makes it entertaining to Americans. They like that. People don't even watch baseball as often because there's not that many fights, and they tune in when there is a fight. They watch hockey because white people love hockey. Why? Because every game somebody's getting punched in the face. You mean to tell me there's no place? This is not a place for violence? Come on, man. America was started on violence.
Right.
They got their riches off violence. That's ridiculous. That's cap.
Yeah.
I don't mean to, chime in if anybody was gonna say something, but I just want to mention how nobody's speaking about white crime right now, which is a huge thing that's going on in the U.S. You know what I mean? Like these white folks are actually putting hit outs on each other, president or not. White crime, man, it's out of control.
Yeah, it sounds like America needs the UPK to really stop the violence. Sounds like that's what America needs Commander Yohana to become the leader of the free world. Dude, that's the problem with the world. You're too free. You don't got any rules. You don't got any discipline. You should let somebody with some discipline rule the country, rule the world. You understand? You should let a black man named Christ come in and rule this goddamn place, and you would have some safety. You know what I mean? But of course, that'll never happen by will. It has to be by force. So it is what it is.
I ain't even tripping because it ain't us. So
right.
I mean, to be real with you, I ain't even tripping. Like this is white collar crime. I know white collar crime is normally, financial and business related, but I really this is what happens. Did we not see them storm the Capitol? The same people that he got storming the Capitol is the same people that's gonna try to take him out because while she's sitting back saying there's no violence, there's no place for violence in America, this is how we settle differences here. I mean, let's not act like that's not. Did we forget World War I? I mean, World War II.
Right.
This is how the world settles differences. So, you know, we could try to make it seem like, you know, everybody here is diplomatic, but that's just not the reality. The reality is they don't like Trump, they gonna shoot him. That's just that's how this place is. That's how this place is. Deal with it.
Especially for Trump, a man that loves to perpetuate violence. You know what I mean? Speaking against the immigrants in a violent and aggressive way, speaking against the Haitian people in a violent and aggressive way. He surrounds himself with violence, so that's what he's going to get in return. You know what I mean?
For sure.
All right.
For sure. So, and then supposedly, and then with this service, who not, if you got the former president at a golf course, who ain't checking the perimeter anyway? Like it just seemed like even with
that's what I was going to
like,
ask.
they keep saying the Secret Service is like, you know, they supposed to be on point, but I mean nobody walked the grounds before he got on there. Like it just they too comfortable, so they getting touched. Pause.
No facts.
Yeah. Nah, real talk. Like why is it? I was gonna say like they keep applauding the Secret Service for doing their job. Like y'all not doing it. This is the second time somebody tried to take this man's life, and y'all couldn't prevent the attack. Like the attack actually went through. He just wasn't successful. Twice they weren't successful. He could have gotten hit twice.
That's a lucky man.
So y'all not doing y'all job. The Lord must be. I'm telling you, the Lord must be keeping this man alive for a reason. That's why that you know how they made that y'all know how they made that meme with Donald Trump face on 50 Cent,
right,
on that album cover, and they started saying many men. Listen, it was a line in that song where 50 said, now it's clear that I'm here for a real reason, because he got hit like I got hit, but he ain't fucking breathing. Donald Trump must be here for a fucking reason, man. Like the Lord gotta be trying to use this nigga, because otherwise, why is he still here?
Unless it's AI.
Unless
they make it
right.
Unless this was a plant, you know what I mean? Like, what best way? Right. If they orchestrated, what best way to try to get voters to feel sympathy for you than somebody trying to take your life? You know what I'm saying? Like the Secret Service is always just a moment too short. You know what I mean? Like I don't know. It ain't really a secret now, is it?
And
it's like a cartoon.
If that would be the case, then that makes this whole presidential election that much dangerous. You know what I mean? Like on who gets elected, like regardless of who gets elected, it's gonna ignite some type of violence in America. Like some type of uproar is gonna happen out of this presidential election this year. You know what I mean? Like if that's a tactic that he's trying to pull, like that proves like the only way he gonna get elected is you know, like you said, garnering that sympathy and using violence for that. You know what I'm saying? And that's gonna touch the hearts of his supporters. Right. If he wins and if he loses. It's gonna be crazy.
Right. Because if he loses, I mean,
it's gonna be good.
Is the spotlight still gonna be on him? You know what I mean? Like if he loses, then later on, you know what I'm saying? Are we gonna hear, is somebody still gonna, if he loses, they still gonna be trying to get at him? Is this just for presidency? Or do they really got a real gripe with him that stems beyond the presidency? Because now, if he does win, everywhere he go, they better have triple and double Secret Service, because somebody they gonna keep attempting this. You know what I'm saying? Like every nationality just seems like they all got crash out dummies, right? It's just for black people, blacks and Hispanics, like we crash out on each other. But the Isarians, whether it's the Arabs, they are willing to crash out for what they believe. Like they will go and they will blow you up. Like they don't. My man's just in the bushes. He in the bushes with a scope on an AK-47. That means that, okay. So if you ever shot an AK-47, you know it's not AK-47 is not a gun meant for precision.
Yeah, it got
This
that
is the
recoil.
spray. This is the spray. An AK-47 is to
Long range,
lay down the
precision
crowd.
shots.
But when you put a scope on it, that means you want it
It's
all
too
that
much recoil.
to go straight to him. That's like you want
Yeah.
it all of that to hit him. That's crazy. That is crazy.
Yeah. And you're not gonna hit him. That's why he missing. He listen. You assassinators are dropping the ball, man. Y'all are fumbling the ball.
Yeah.
I need to get it together,
Yeah,
nigga. Like,
secure the bag.
go back to training. Go back to basic training. Yo, y'all
Nigga.
tripping. Is this
Nigga, 30
who taught you? Who raised you, nigga?
34-time felon,
Who raised you, man?
shot at twice, and sleeping with porn
With an
stars.
AK-47.
This nigga is
damn.
he's a criminal and a thug, man. he is a horrible example of what a good, upright citizen should be.
Yeah, he is. Yeah.
Crazy.
Yeah. You ain't lying. You seen that? You seen what Ply said, right?
Nah.
Yeah, I ain't
I'm
see.
just saying,
I'm gonna see if I can pull up the video real quick.
He got the nerve to call
Go ahead.
Haiti an asshole country. You know what I mean? He living worse than Haitians is.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Most Haitians can go outside and pick their garden and eat for the day. This nigga can't even play golf. You know what I mean?
Nah.
He doing wrong, nigga.
Edge. He got to be on edge. If this wasn't staged, he got to be on edge everywhere he at. Like, even his security got to be on edge because, again, he at the golf course. They in the bushes. How does this even happen? You know what I'm saying? Like, that's too close.
His own backyard, ain't it?
Literally,
Listen,
his own backyard.
Yeah, no, that's not his backyard. It's not necessarily his backyard. He like this is down the like. Okay, so Summit Boulevard, right? I got you. You know that Haitian
not his literal
to,
backyard,
right?
but it's in his neighborhood. That I mean, it's like a figure of speech. Like I know it ain't like he walk in the backyard, but I'm saying like, you know, what I'm saying?
I just was about to break the whole thing down.
Yeah, he was Summit is on international.
I can tell you where it's at.
Nigga love the hood.
I tell you where it's at.
I was just there.
Come home. Nigga, come home.
Go take that island
back. Yeah, real talk. We definitely taking that island back. Nah, you can't, man. I'll tell you some stories about that island, but we ain't gonna get there. But nah, man, I can't find the video of Plies real quick. But Plies was like, until Kamala Harris gets shot at, until Kamala Harris got felonies that that she gets convicted for, until she's accused of sexual assault, got to pay $300 million back, to the court or whatever. Until all these things happen, basically running down everything Trump did, and the criminal that he is. Until that happens to her, he gonna vote for her. He don't see nobody. He don't see no point of voting for nobody else. That's just his opinion. Now this is the same goddamn nigga who made music about getting crimes, getting convicted of crimes, made music about criminality, made music about the hood and how the hood represents all these stereotypical criminality acts. You know what I'm saying, and promoting it. So how the hell are you gonna turn around and say that you're gonna vote for? Not saying that you should vote for the criminal, but how the hell you flip from being an advocate for criminals to saying that you're gonna vote for someone who's nothing like that to rule over you? I mean, I don't see no problem with it. Like, I ain't saying that you're wrong for not wanting a criminal to rule over you, but you just sound like a hypocrite. You know what I'm saying? Because you're the one that talk about how the system is corrupt, like that song 100 Years. This man made a whole song talking about how pussy cracker give a nigga 100 years, and talking about how the system, the government, is corrupt and all this stuff. And now you a political advisor?
Yeah,
you giving niggas political advice? Or?
I don't know. I don't think niggas take Plies that serious. I mean, this nigga been outed out as flawed a long time ago, so I don't know. Who gives a fuck? Fuck that nigga fly.
Man.
Fuck that
Hey
nigga.
man, this is a Florida, but
Thank
it's a
you.
Florida nigga, so you know I gotta make mention of him.
Oh, okay. I guess. I don't know. That nigga is not who he say he is. So I don't know.
Nigga from Fort Myers. I mean, okay, now let's talk about that real quick. Now, when you say he's not who he say he is, I can't go that far. Like the nigga just because I think a while back niggas was talking about how he speaks proper English, but he raps like he's like he ignorant or whatever. And nigga, at the end of the day, we all have a voice that we go to work with, and then a voice that we do our thing with. You know what I'm saying? Like who we really are. You know what I'm saying? So I don't think that make you fake.
Nah.
But he went to college. They say he got a college education. Cool.
Which is
you got a
good.
college education. That don't make you fake.
Yeah, that don't make you fake
Go
either.
ahead.
Right. Nah, listen, I 100% agree with you. 100%. The problem is if you gonna pick a side, if you for the left hand side, then be for the left hand side. Like I respect a nigga more if that's who he genuinely is. Like if I meet somebody and he's like, I ain't rocking with that. This is what I do, and I'm gonna be about that, and I can respect that. But if you can be somebody that's on that side and not try to represent something other than that, then you seem fake to me. You get what I'm saying? And I feel like Plies was that. Like he was a nigga that tried to present himself more than what he actually was. Like, just be you. Like, I don't know. Like niggas will fuck with you if you. That's all. You know? I don't know. Lord be with him. I don't know.
Yeah.
I like to preface this by saying, Black people, please don't look to entertainers for your political ideas and belief systems. Because talk about code switching. I mean, it's they switch all the time. You know what I'm saying? Whatever's in their benefit is what they're gonna go with. So,
facts.
If you're waiting to hear Dave Chappelle did it, he said it was like, well, let's see what Ja Rule thinks. You know what I'm saying? Like, who gives a damn what Ja Rule thinks at a time like this? Who gives a damn what Plies
For
think,
real.
bro? When the last time somebody was looking for Plies to find out, you know what? I want to vote for the person. I wonder what Plies think. I wonder if Plies.
You right about that. Yeah, Ply. I wonder what would Plies do? Not WWJD. Not what would these do? What would Plies do? What WWPD, nigga? What would Plies do?
Man, no way.
Hey, can we talk about Candace real quick? Like just quickly, we ain't gotta spend too much time on it. Candace Owens. Before we do that though, you know what I'm saying? I'll let you pull up that the video I sent to the chat and the timestamp as well. Before we do that, I just want to remind y'all, you know what I'm saying? Make sure y'all hit that subscribe button. We are doing a giveaway. All right, we got the Rapid Boil electric kettle machine by Chefman. You know what I mean? We also have an air fryer machine, also by Chefman. You know what I mean? Prize that you could win. I'm also gonna see about throwing one of these in there, one of these bad boys,
right there.
Camp Van gray shirts.
Yes, sir.
You know what I mean? So if you want to win one of these prizes, make sure that you hit that subscribe button. You know what I mean, if you haven't already.
I'm looking at that dummy account right now.
Subscribe to YouTube. Most on Christ. Hit the subscribe on YouTube. Like us on Facebook, the War as Usual webcast, and follow us on TikTok at War as Usual. As he said, done. War as usual, right? And then what you're gonna do is you're gonna message us at the War as Usual webcast on Facebook with your name for each account. Like, so you're gonna put your YouTube account name, your TikTok account name, and your Facebook account name, and say done. All right, then we're gonna choose a winner. Now, if you've already subscribed, if you already did all these subscriptions, like you've been here for a while, you one of our regulars, then all you got to do is say, put your name for each of those accounts and hit done. All right, and you're gonna be entered into the account and into the giveaway as well. So yeah, here we have Candace Owens, man. If y'all didn't know, early in the month of September, Candace Owens did a debate with a Jewish rabbi. Right, this is the scruffy guy on the right. Looks like he just crawled off of a dungeon bed. from out of them tunnels and put on a suit and came to the show. Literally, he just crawled out of that bed that's in them tunnels, put on a suit and came to the show. You understand? Candace Owens had a debate with him, and I wanted to key in on something she said to this rabbi. Go ahead. The time code should be
same amount of time if you want it, Candace, to respond.
18 minutes, something like that.
Thank you, Piers. And I don't think I really do need to respond to the ad hominem attacks. I think actually one of the things that plausibly unites people across all religions, Muslims, Jews, Christians, is that we all recognize that Rabbi Shmuley is unhinged. He's just mentally, in my view, unwell. And I don't say that as an attack. I say that as just a reality, because I've never seen someone just make things up out of thin air that were never said, and trying to screen that as a defense of Black people. The Black people will never accept Rabbi Shmuley after Michael Jackson put him on a list of people who he felt were ruining his life. So you can stop your pleas with Black America. They won't work. Now, going back to the context of what you've asked us to speak about today, I think one of the things that the world is recognizing, and what we've always recognized, is that there are radical fringe sects that break out within every single religion, amongst every race. There's white supremacy, there's Black supremacy, there's radical Islam, there are all of these Christ cults around the world. And I think right now it's important for people to understand that radical Judaism is also a thing. And you're watching an example of it right now on your screen. The person sitting across from me, or sitting next to me, I guess, posted on his Facebook page in 2016 a tribute to someone who he said was his mentor. That was Rabbi Menachem Schneerson. He said he was his mentor and his friend. Now, for those of you who are not familiar with Rabbi Schneerson, there were some Jews who believed that he was and is the Messiah. So rejecting Christ, but believing that that rabbi was his Messiah. Now, you may remember in the news recently, there was this radicalized faction of the Lubavitch Orthodox community in Brooklyn that were digging tunnels in Brooklyn and hurling benches at police officers. Well, and by the way, this is per the Times of Israel, that faction of individuals are followers of Rabbi Schneerson. So again, you have Rabbi Shmuley who believes that that's his mentor. They believe that he was the Messiah. What is it? It becomes important to understand, what did Rabbi Schneerson preach? Well, he preached Jewish supremacism, the hatred of all non-Jews. And you don't have to take my word for it, because if I said it, they would say that's anti-Semitism. You should instead take the word of the two Jewish professors who translated his work. Those authors' names were Israel Shahak and Norton Mezvinsky, and their book was entitled Jewish Fundamentalism in Israel. From that book, we learned that Shmuley's mentor, Schneerson, describes the difference between a Jew and a non-Jew. And he says, quote, "Thus, we do not have a case of profound change in which a person is merely on a superior level. The body of a Jewish person is of totally different quality from the body of all nations of the world." And he talks about the substance of the Jewish body versus the substance of non-Jews, saying that the inner quality, quote, is so different and so great that the body should be considered completely different species. So that is a belief. And you can go through his speeches and you will see that he continually talks about how non-Jews should be treated, and that, again, we are a different species. This is what Rabbi Shmuley believes in. We have to come to terms with the fact that there are.
All right, so real quick, right? Because I think we was at the wrong place on that anyway. But real quick, if we pause it real quick, right? This, like what she just said about what Jewish people believe, is absolutely true. And Lapa, you might have to scan through that video real quick, because there's a part where she brings up the Bible. He first quotes the Bible, or tries to quote the Bible, and then she rebuttals with a quote from the Bible, and that's what I want to present, right? But what she said about what Jewish people believe, right? I want y'all to realize that the UPK teaches that God says that the Israelites are above every nation. God puts a separation between everybody else and the Israelites, right? God prefers the Israelites. Better yet, he chose the Israelites. And you can read that all throughout the Bible. Now, what we teach is somewhat indifferent from what Jewish people teach. They believe that Jews are the God's favorite people. They believe that Jews are, better than everybody else. They're above everybody else, and anything outside of Jews or Jewish people is inferior, right? Well, everybody knows that they teach that. Everybody knows that that's what they represent. Nobody ever calls them racist. No one ever calls them a hate group. In fact, you have a lot of places where they have housing that's exclusive to them. They have neighborhoods that are exclusive to them. They have communities that are exclusive to them. They have hospitals that are exclusive to them. They are living in segregation. Right? While we live and breathe in the streets of America, they're there, but they're living separate from everybody else. And they hold the stance that they're different and they're better than everybody else. How are they allowed to go around saying that they are better than everybody else and no one calls them a hate group? But if you speak against them, you're anti-Semitic. You're the hate group. Meanwhile, we say the same thing, but about us, about Blacks and Hispanics and Native Indians. We believe that we're better than everybody else. We believe that we are God's chosen people. We are God's favorite people, right? But we're the hate group for saying it. We're the ones spreading hate. We're the ones spreading, we're being what they call narcissistic. We're, all of these different words and nuances that they have for just believing that your race is better than everybody else's. Meanwhile, the Jewish people believe the same thing, but they're praised and honored, and you're never to forget about the Holocaust. No one can never forget about the Holocaust because a Jewish man got put in the oven that day, right? Meanwhile, that's been going on in our world forever. You know what I'm saying? Hey, he did the air quotes. But listen, man, that's been going on in our world forever. Forget it. They didn't even give us the honor of making an oven for us. They just put some sticks on the damn pile and strap you to it and set it on fire. You understand? They just took a rope, threw it over a branch, and hung you from it. Cut your testicles off. Showed it to your kids. Had your kids sit there and watch while they just mutilate you. Emasculate you, humiliate you. You know what I mean? And it's still going on to this day. Now you're on camera with someone's knee on your neck for 8 minutes, 9 minutes long. Now you're on camera getting choked out for a damn cigarette. You on camera trying to hide behind a damn pot of boiling water so that you don't get shot by the cop who's supposed to protect your life. You understand? We still go through that today in 2024, but we're anti-Semitic for saying that we're the real Jews. We're the hate group. We're the racists because we realize that our lives are more valuable than they're telling us. You know what I mean? So I just wanted to take time to say that. Candace Owens ain't wrong for saying that this guy thinks that, because if we can be persecuted for believing the same thing he believes about his race for our race, then he should be called out for the same way. We're talking about equality, right? It's a land of equality. It's a land of equal opportunity. Well, if I'm a racist for believing my people are better, then so is he for believing his people are.
And they live in somebody else's life. I mean, they are literally stolen identity. So when she says that about him, I can't help but put myself in that position and say, if the roles were set like it was supposed to be, that would be us in our own communities. That would be us. If you mess with one of us, you get annihilated. You know what I mean? Like that's the way it's gonna be. You know what I mean? Like at some point it's gonna be like that, but you just got the wrong people doing it. They the wrong people. That's just what it is. They the wrong people saying that. They don't have the right to say that. Blacks and Hispanics, we got and natives, we have the right to say that. They don't. So mistaken identity, and they using that power, and nobody willing to challenge them on it, except for us. So
right. Shit. Can I make mention that Candace Owens been on a roll for a minute, bro? Can we give Candace Owens there?
I don't fuck with Candace Owens.
I don't either, but she right. Hey, look, the timestamp was 18. I put 8:53 or whatever, but it's 18:53. So that's where the timestamp. But I listen, I don't really fuck with Candace either. But when she right, she right. I just gotta say that.
Road. She been on fire lately.
When she right, she right.
She been back to back. Remember that battle that she had with Don Lemon? Crushed him on that.
Yeah.
Now she back battling the rabbi. Crushed him on that. You know what I mean?
I think not having the crutch of having to be careful what you say to people because you might get canceled. Think taking away that crutch is what helped her become like, have this type of stance for this shit. Because she's kind of been the type of person that just says the truth. But of course, when you have people who have control over what you say, you can't just say all the truth. You can't just tell people what you really think. You gotta carefully say what you think. You know what I'm saying? Strategically and stuff like that. So now that I think she lost that position that she was in and gained more freedom, that gives her a better platform to say what she wants.
Nah, they canceled her ass, and she didn't like that, and so she switched. She switched her whole tune. This ain't the same Candace Owens for like a year ago. This ain't the same lady.
Okay.
Her husband is an Esarian.
Yeah,
her husband is Esarian.
Yeah.
And she a feminist. But she changed her tune because remember when she first came out, black people was not fucking with her. They wasn't. And when she got canceled, then she was like, well, I guess I gotta switch. You know what I'm saying? And she can never be canceled because her husband is an Esarian. They never gonna cancel you when you like that. That's the cheat code right there. If anybody want to know, if you a black woman that's a feminist, if your husband or even if you racist, if your husband is a Esarian, they can't cancel you. I don't fuck with her. I don't care what she say. I don't fuck with her. As long as she keep laying in that bed with that Esarian, I'm not fucking with her. I don't care what she say. Everything that come out of her mouth is thumbs down.
She was dropping some heat though prior to her getting canceled. She was dropping some heat, man. Like she was listen. She's for the people. Everybody deserves a chance, y'all.
She don't like black men. I can't fuck with her.
She don't like black people.
She don't like black people.
She don't like black. She don't like herself. She don't like her goddamn shit. She said it in an interview. She didn't like. Chance, she basically didn't like being black because of her student pupils or whatever, her peers. Go ahead. Let's see what she say in this video. Maybe you might change it. Maybe she might change your mind, Lafayette.
Hell no, I'm set.
She got to break down
what I believe and do and say the things that you are doing. People can see and hear evil, and what you are doing right now is an act of evil. The lies that you are telling, not just on me, but also on my family members, are a good example for the world to see what we are referring to when we call something radical Zionism.
Okay, Rabbi Shmurley.
Okay, and okay, thank you. And of course, Pierce, there was nothing
Go back. 1830.
This is a tool.
What is it?
1830 is this thing. 18. Oh, let me double check. 1815. Go to 18 minutes and 15 seconds.
By the way, according to Haaretz, that 40,000 Palestinians have been murdered. I believe they're getting those numbers from the Gaza Health Ministry. And here's what I would like to say to you, Rabbi, since you're quoting scripture, okay? The one that's relevant to me is woe unto them that call evil good and good evil, that put darkness for light and light for darkness. And if you'd like to dive into a little more scripture, I think what's relevant is Revelation 3:9. Behold, I will make them of the synagogue of Satan, which say they are Jews and are not, but do lie. And I'm speaking directly to you, Rabbi Shmurley. The fact that you would try to say I am Jewish and this
a Jewish man.
Say the things that you are doing. People can see and hear evil, and what you are.
Pause it. Yo, she just gave a UPK breakdown.
She called a Jewish man a devil to his face, man. To his face.
To his face. That's biblical.
To his face.
That's
as
biblical.
A black woman.
And she said, I'm talking directly to you.
Yeah.
Damn.
She doubled down. Doubled down on it. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know. I was impressed. I liked it. I kind of liked it. Of course, it ain't.
I like the fact that she said it. Yeah.
It's not one.
I like the fact she said it.
Yeah, it was good to hear though. I just it was dope.
Yeah, I like the fact that she said it. She listen, Candace, get in class. You understand? Put some over your head. You know what I mean? You ain't even gotta worry. Listen, as long as you got your hair covered, you ain't gotta worry about permanent every damn day. You gotta perm that shit and burn all the curls out of that. Listen, just put your head wrap on. You ain't got to worry about no damn curls. You ain't got to worry about flat ironing your hair and permanent, all right? Just put on the head wrap, get in class, bow your head, do it like this, like, you know what I'm saying, humble, submissive.
Let me ask y'all a question. if she wanted to come on this channel and do an interview, would y'all let her? Would y'all interview her?
I wouldn't turn her down. I mean,
Yeah, I would talk to her.
You'll talk to her?
I would talk
I'm
to
not
her.
gonna tell her what she want to hear.
Yeah, that's the thing. Like, it wouldn't be, the interview probably wouldn't go like she wanted to go, but
Yeah, it'd be a
I would talk to her.
2-minute interview. Like, okay, first of all, shut the fuck up.
All right.
Nah, I ain't gonna.
She gonna get in her
But
feelings
nah,
as soon as we
for
say
real.
that the white man is the devil
Yeah.
that the Bible speaks of. She gonna be turned
Yeah.
off at that point. So
But you know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna play her this clip. Be like, look, you said it. You said run it back. The synagogue of
and then
Satan
she
did
gonna
what?
say,
The
and she
synagogue
gonna
of
say,
Satan
I'm
did what?
talking to him.
Who said it? And I'm gonna tell you, and I'm gonna tell her he didn't exist when this was written.
Hey,
I'm gonna
see?
tell her
That's what
straight
I
up,
said.
he didn't exist when this was written. You understand? So whether you talking about him, the Bible says his people are the synagogue of Satan. That's what really matters, and that's why she's not gonna be able to. She either gonna hear it or she gonna run from it, and that's the end of that. But you know what I mean? Listen, at least it will get said, and that's why I said it was good to hear her say it, because her saying it just adds to the fact that the UPK is right, that we are right. You understand? And we didn't need Candace Owens to say it, but guess what? A lot of our people did need Candace Owens to say it. So the Lord gonna use her. The Lord used Candace Owens to say what his priests and prophets have been saying since 1969, so that you could hear it too. Because you couldn't hear it from the black man that loves you on the street corner. You had to hear it from the black woman who hates black people and actually loves white people. You had to hear it from her to believe it, to see it. Couldn't hear from black people that love you and will check the hell out of you so that you don't be wrong up in this up out here in this world. You know what I mean? So good job, Candace Owens. Well done. Called the white man the devil. That's what's up.
All right,
All right, we can move on now. Next topic. Hot pocket.
I guess we can talk about Brittney.
What y'all doing?
Might as well, Craig.
Brittney Reiner. Yeah. Brittney Reiner, man. And that's the thing too. I'm glad y'all is bringing out this story, because it just seemed like a lot of our people just, converting to this Muslim culture, this Muslim lifestyle, and it's like it seemed like everybody Muslim, but yet we still are heavily into gun violence. We still are heavily into drug activity, gang activity, all these things. Like I want to let you play.
Everybody been Muslim.
You know what I mean? But I don't know.
Sure.
Yeah.
And everybody been Muslim. That's what I'm saying.
Been,
everybody,
you know what I mean?
everybody. Yeah, everybody been Muslim, and now more people becoming Muslim. But how are black people getting fixed by becoming Muslim? You know what I'm saying? And now it's to the point where it's like it just seems like the Bible is true when it says, you know what I mean, you call on every other God when in your time of need. You know what I mean? But when you in trouble or whatever, you say God, well, where's your gods? You know what I'm saying? Where's that wood and that stone? And what we know is the wood represents that Christian cross, and that stone represents that stone in Mecca that Muslims worship and circle around 100 times and kiss on it like it's a goddamn fallopian tube. You understand? So listen, like the time for that stuff is over with. One day, Brittney Reiner will see that she just fell into another religion that is leading her down a rabbit hole of no return. That she's gonna be sorry that she even followed. Salaki, go ahead, y'all take it.
Yeah, drop that shit, man. God damn, get it.
First of all,
can y'all hear it?
Allah. First of all,
yeah.
Allahu Akbar.
Blah. What she said? Blah.
Bro, this intro is wild. Listen to
First of all, Allahu Akbar.
what?
I've gone through a lot of changes.
I'll full screen this. One more time. One more time.
Allahu Akbar.
We can't see it. We can hear it, but we can't see it.
Oh, you can't see it now? Oh, snap. How about now?
Nah, yeah, you got.
First of all,
No, you got to put. Hold on, I got you.
Oh, my bad. My bad. It went. It
and
changed.
as a
All right, there we
result,
go.
my outer world has completely crumbled.
All right, go ahead. Turn it up a little bit.
Where's my
Turn
snare?
me up in my headphones.
Woo! Wow. Leaving me incredibly uncertain in just about every area.
As loud as it go.
In my life, I have no idea where I'm going to live.
Is it?
Or how I'm going to provide for my
volume
son.
on your computer up? Maybe it's
But Allah has moved mountains for me, and I trust that this will be no different. I feel like Alice when she ate the cookie and her feet went through the windows and she's crammed in the house like that. I've outgrown where I am. The facade is fading.
Hey, pause it. Nigga, I didn't even watch this video. I did not watch this video, but I did say it was a rabbit hole. And she just quoted Alice in the Wonderland. Alice going down the rabbit hole. I'm just saying. Keep going.
And I'm at a place where I don't want anything that doesn't have my name on it. Take it away. It serves no purpose here. And I don't want a penny more than I'm meant to have because I can do a lot with a little. The facade is fading. And when the facade fades and all the BS is cleared out, it makes room for what has always been for you.
Why her face so shiny?
That's a good question.
Shit, man. What I would say, she's doing a lot more than she was doing a couple months back. You know what I mean? If you go like on her page, I don't know if you got her if you can pull up like her TikTok channel and whatnot, whatever. But I mean, she's doing something better than what she was known for. You know what I mean? Like, hopefully this sticks and she can find more. This can be the stepping stone for her. But I don't know. I think it's much better than what she was doing prior. So I don't know.
Or she might just be a hoe in a hijab.
Yeah, who knows?
Yo,
I hope she sticks to it.
Is this lukewarm? Is this hot or cold? Which one is this?
I don't know. She looked hot as fuck with all that oil on her face or whatever it is.
I think it's too. She's too. She got into it too cold turkey. So I think it could be like a case of it falling to be lukewarm. You know what I mean? But who knows? Like, you know what I mean? Like, because we didn't see the build up to it. But I don't know. I hope she sticks to it.
I will say this though.
I
will say this. I hope she recognizes. You know, I hope she get one of these black men.
Or she can graduate. You know what I'm saying?
Convince
like,
her.
It could be like a stepping
graduate.
Stone. Yeah, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, we all like, you know what I mean? I don't know. Maybe.
No, you're right, because everybody go through that. Rabbit hole.
Like
you said, go through that.
Yeah.
Trying to find yourself. It's just real easy to convert to
that
that because what's with the hijab, you can just put that on and you look spiritual, I guess.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Throw away some clothes, you know, stop eating a couple foods. You feel like you arrived. You know what I'm saying? Say a couple words.
Yeah.
Allow walk by every time you say some shit. You know what I mean? It just seemed real.
Unfortunately.
But
I agree with all that. But unfortunately, my bad. You want to go?
No. Go ahead. You got it.
I was just gonna say I agree with all that. However, unfortunately, we've seen time and time again, over and over and over, these celebrities convert to being a Muslim, and it's still the same shit. Like, it's still that same cultural destruction that we've always seen. It's not getting better. You know what I mean? They still sell drugs. Muslims still sell drugs. Muslims killed Malcolm X. Muslims beat their wives. Muslims doing all these things in the name of Allah, right? Which is just Arabic for God, which is another ignorant thing because God's name is not God. Okay, at least the Most High's name is not God. So if you calling on Allah, you're not calling on the Most High. You just calling on a God, right? Just like you would call your teacher. It's not their name, but it's their title. Your mom's name isn't mom, but it's her title. You get what I'm saying? Allah is whoever the hell Allah is. Allah is whoever you want him to be. And that's the same thing with Christianity. In Christianity, God is whoever you want him to be instead of you being who God wants you to be. It's like
shit.
Yeah.
Shit, I mean, what else do you expect majority of us like to convert to? Like, think about it. No entertainer out there is talking about being an Israelite. Kendrick Lamar is got to be the most famous one that blatantly brought out the information that we are Israelite. Majority of us don't even know what the hell that is. You get what I'm saying? Like, there's a whole generation out there. You said what?
KRS-One.
No, nobody's playing
Farrakhan.
KRS-One trying to find out who the Israelite. Let's keep it.
Everybody. First of all, we talking about Muslims.
Let's keep it real.
All right, but I'm saying KRS-One was a very popular rapper. He talked about it. Louis Farrakhan. We talking about Muslims.
Right. KRS-One did, but nobody's keeping tabs on that KRS-One track. Like, nobody's like, all right, let me refer back, and they made it
Wu-Tang Clan, B.I.B.L.E.
Yeah, they outdated, bro.
Yeah, they outdated. But you said the famous. You said most famous, right? These are very famous cats who brought it out before. I'm not saying that
nobody's
about
checking
right now.
Yeah, all right.
Yeah, but they said it though.
You said what?
I'm saying, but they said it though. Like your statement was that Kendrick Lamar is like the most famous person to talk about it, to bring it out.
Yeah, like even
but
all right. No,
there's other things that did.
All right, so let's talk about it in real time. Even when that information was brought out in real time, it wasn't as popularized as it is now. You dig what I'm saying? Like the way things are being spun now are on a global. I mean, things was global back then, but it's much more on a global scale. Like you can literally pull out your phone and play your favorite song. You dig what I'm saying? At any given moment. You know what I mean? Back then, you had to go to the record store, cop the CD, press play, skip through one, and then you dig what I'm saying? So I feel like in real time when it was coming out, it made an impact, but it wasn't as big as what's relevant today. You dig what I'm saying? Like I don't know.
Yeah,
but
that's fair.
That's
fair. That's fair.
But I'm just saying that our people is by default they're gonna go to Islam. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like it's a way for us to try to tap into our blackness. I don't you know what I mean? It's without the knowledge of the truth, with ignorance, they're doing it. But niggas don't know. There's a whole generation out there that don't even know what an Israelite is. I'm just saying.
Yeah.
Our work is cut out for us. You know what I'm
saying? Yeah. And it's mainly
that's why we got this show.
You know what I'm
saying? Listen, man, I'm gonna just keep it real with you. If you black, Hispanic, or Native Indian out there, and you fall into Muslim, I'm gonna just keep it real with you. I love you, so I gotta tell you, really, you just playing charades right now. Like you putting on a show for whether for yourself, for others around you, or for the Most High. You know what I'm saying? Trying to show him that you want to believe in that, and if that's a spirit you in, to where you just want to do the best thing you could do to find God, then cool. I amend it. You know what I mean? Because I was the same way when I was in church. When I was going to Christian church, I just said, you know what? I'm just here because I'm trying. You know what I'm saying? And that's really all it takes, is that you try. But when you hear the truth and you realize, well, damn, that's the truth, I'm gonna gravitate to that. Then that's what you need to do. If you really looking for the answer to your prayers, the UPK is the answer to your prayers. But if you can't accept that, then it's not my place to force it on you. You understand? You're gonna find out one way or another. Lord willing, you find it out the way that is best for you. I just put it like that, right? Because right now you are taking on someone else's culture. You're taking on the Muslims' culture. You don't know anything about Arabic. You don't know nothing about Allah Akbar. You don't know nothing about that stuff. And honestly, you don't know anything about biblical Hebrew. But I'll tell you one thing about biblical Hebrew, it's not anybody else's language. I'll tell you one thing about our culture, it's not anybody else's culture. I didn't have to take on the Chinese culture. I didn't have to take on the East Indians culture, the Arabs culture, African culture, anybody's white culture. I didn't have to take on anybody else's culture because mine was sitting here waiting for me. You understand? So when I speak Hebrew, when I say Shalom Yahweh Shem Yahushua Barakatah, that's my culture. When I say, Matawab Ka'ak, that's my culture. That's my language. You understand? I own it. And it's something you can't get from any Arab. You can't get from any Muslim mosque. You can't get it from a Christian or Catholic church. You can't get that. So
the divide that happened.
Hopefully find it. Go ahead, my bad.
So like the divide that happened with the reason that black people are even that they even go to this go back a while, but the reason they even doing it is because when black people do anything, they make it famous. It becomes trendy, right? So now it's a trendy thing to do, but beforehand it was just the opposition of the spirit of Christianity. It was supposed to be the opposite of that. We know it's under the same umbrella, but during that time, you got the Christians with, Martin Luther King and that non-violent approach. Now, we know as black people, everybody not non-violent, right? So when you insert someone like a Malcolm X who's saying by any means necessary, that just resonated with the spirit of most black people who were tired of being oppressed. You had the Christians who was willing to sit in the lunch counter and get knocked upside the head for equality. And you got Malcolm X and in the Islamic movement on this side saying, listen, we're not taking that. And a lot of the people that were in the middle that didn't want to go the route of Martin Luther King, they swung over to the Islamic side, the Muslim side, also because just of the fact that they put so much emphasis on masculinity outside of the Christian church. They put so much emphasis on masculinity, and they had some sort of, I want to say uniform, but they had what's the word I'm looking for? They were unified in a sense that they had like an army almost. You know what I'm saying? Like it was really put together. A lot of niggas, especially when I was growing up, when you look like, I don't know if y'all remember the Malcolm X movie. You remember the part where they was outside and the police, they had their mans in the police station and Malcolm was outside and he raised his hand and did like this and all them niggas turned. A lot of niggas became Muslims just because of that. When you saw that in the movie, niggas was like, oh, I got to be a part of that. They even showed it like in the movie where the younger kids was looking at Malcolm be militant. That's the word I was looking for. They were more militant. So the militant, our people, became that. So now it's just a trendy thing to do. So like, Officer Thawashah was saying, it's just one of those things that what else they gonna convert to? That was the only thing that was the opposition to that. Lay down and let these people walk all over us. It was nothing else. If black people decided, go back to go back to the 70s when black people got into karate. Everybody thought they was kung fu fighting. Everybody wanted to be Bruce Lee. Black people was doing when black people started doing it, it became trendy. So the whole Muslim movement was just a trendy thing in opposition to Christianity. And now it's just like, if I'm not gonna go to church, I'd rather go over here because it's different. You know what I mean? Like it's just something different, opposite of that, feminine spirit in the Christian church. That's really all it is. But the problem with Islam, real quick, is just the fact that unlike us and unlike the scriptures, it doesn't really require change. It requires religion, meaning that's why you got to go take your pilgrimage to Mecca and circle 7 times. You got to do that because that's religious, but it doesn't require change of self. That's why they can still sell drugs. That's why they can still do certain things because it doesn't really require change. You can go up and through and down the Quran. They don't talk about change. It just talk about religious things that you have to do, reciting something. That's why she 3 days a Muslim. And she already, every time she says alhamdulillah, alhamdulillah, what does that even mean? Like, what are you saying? You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know. That's what it is. It's trendy. It's trendy.
Yo. Alhamdulillah.
And it's easy to look the part. It's easy to look the part. Can you look like a Christian?
Yeah.
Probably. But the Christian outfit is really like, it's really white America. That's really what the Christian outfit is. But an Islamic outfit makes you stand out. And that's really what they want to do, is stand out and be different. They just don't know how to. So you put on a hijab, you know what I'm saying? You stop eating this. You only go to the halal places. You know what I'm saying? Like they just want to be different. You know, it's
Yeah,
I don't know.
and that's that putting on the outward appearance.
Yeah,
You know what I'm
exactly.
saying? And that's what I'm trying to warn you of. Yeah, I mean, I'm trying to warn y'all of only putting on the outward opinion, like appearance. You know what I mean? When the inside is not changing at all, like Lapayal was saying, they're not making a change internally. You're just making that change outwardly. You put on the hijab. You understand? You gonna eat halal. Oh yeah, that brother, they got pork in it. I don't eat that. I don't eat that. You know what I mean? And that's one thing. Like that's that's like the first step. But like, are you making that change internally? Again, like there's no rules for saying for changing who you are as a person. There's no rule for changing, your morality. Like you can be a Muslim and just be the most disgusting person in the world as long as you say alhamdulillah. As long as you say that shit, you can look at all the rappers. Damn near every rapper is Muslim. Name them. ASAP Ferg, the cat that got arrested with all them damn drugs on the plane. Y'all know what I'm talking about? What's that dude name? Anyway, Lil something maybe. I don't know. Him. Lil Durk. Now, Lil Durk, I will say, Lil Durk has probably been the most progressive rapper in the game right now, as far as moving away from the gang mentality, the drug mentality, the alcoholic mentality. He's been the most progressive, quote unquote, black Muslim that I've seen do it. But he's an anomaly. You understand? Like there's everybody not like him. I think he's just more sincere, and that's the type of nigga I look for. That's the type of nigga I say I hope he finds the truth, because he's sincere about his will to do better, his will to change his morality. You know what I mean? I fucking love Lil Durk for that, and I don't even listen to his music.
Brittney ain't sincere.
Not from, I can't tell. I mean, this is 3 days in. You know what I'm saying? She got that shiny ass forehead. She must be doing something. I mean, I don't know, but I just can't say for sure. I've seen Lil Durk in like the way he carrying himself, like just the way that he's sincere about, like, I stopped doing drugs. You know what I'm saying? Like I don't even. And I'm the voice of the streets now. I'm trying to get our people to stop killing each other. Like that's his stance. I need, it's action. She just get on the camera and say alhamdulillah. Like that means nothing to me. It means absolutely nothing.
What I would say, listen, what y'all brothers bringing out is on point. You know what I mean? And it's heavy. Like, you know what I'm saying? It's something that people need to hear. I did peep a video, right, where she's donating her old clothes that she don't rock no more. You get what I'm saying? Like, because now all she wears is that hijab bullshit. But you know what I'm saying? Like, shit. Yeah, or she could do that. You know what I mean? Either or. Who knows? Pass on filth.
Select.
And now that she coming on camera, talking about how she broke, the scriptures say a contrite heart and a broken spirit is the Lord is well pleased with. I'm paraphrasing. So it's like, I mean, she's gonna go through it. Like, you know what I'm saying? She's gonna have to go through her test of fate. And from there, we'll see if she's sincere or not. You know what I'm saying? Like, she's gonna go through some type of hardship where she actually really lose her money, or she really go through something, or get some crazy backlash, or she wants to be a hoe again. And that's gonna either make her or break her. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know. Who knows? Who knows?
You know what's also true? People, especially celebrities, do absurd things when they start going broke so they can get some attention and get interviewed. I guarantee you in the next week or two, she's going to be on tons of podcasts, tons of radio shows, tons of everything, because they're going to want to talk about her being Muslim. Shit, we trying to get her on it. I don't know if y'all want me to talk about it, but I want her to come on this show. You know what I'm saying?
Well, I hope she ain't twerking on Charleston White when she does that. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know. I mean, shit.
And her broke ain't our broke. I just want to preface that. Like, that ain't our broke.
Facts.
Nah. Because she
Her broke
has a
is she can't
child.
keep paying for the mansion.
She has a child with an NBA player. And I'm gonna fact check the numbers. But from what I see, she probably getting like 20 G's a month. Now, that's half of somebody's half of somebody's salary in a month that you probably working for a year. So her saying she broke is not really like, oh, I don't know what I'm gonna do, but it's like I've been living this lavish lifestyle, and now I gotta work with 20 G's a month. Any regular dude, any regular nigga to get 20 G's right now would feel like they hit the lottery. You feel what I'm saying? So you know,
well, that's literally half your. That's half a year's salary.
If
Allah
is real, then he'll know what to do. Right?
And that's what she said too.
Right.
Put your faith in Allah, goddammit.
But yo, Allah ain't really got to do too much if you making 20 G's a month, though. How much Allah really got to do?
20 G's is like, what the hell?
That's a lot of money for a month.
You know what? You
ain't working for it.
Yeah,
it's being deposited. You know what I'm saying? So it ain't like what Allah got to do. You know
he should take it from her, right? If he's real, he should take that 20 G's away from her. You know what I mean? That's the only way.
But then, my bad.
Go ahead.
No, my bad. I was gonna say, but then Allah will be taking food away from her child. He'll be taking away from her baby.
Well, that's how
not her. He wouldn't be taking away from her.
Right. But that's how she's gonna go stronger, right? That's the only way her spirit is gonna go stronger. You know, now listen, the fire of affliction.
No, I feel you. I get what you're saying.
This is what we like. I'm telling, like, you know what I mean. But of course, I'm just saying the hypothetical because we all know Allah ain't real, and Allah won't do shit to help her nor to condemn her. But if the Most High Power she was serving, He would know that she don't need that 20 G's, especially if she's getting off of child support. You know what I'm saying? And the Most High Power would know that she will need to actually go through that for her to either be sincere or to be fake with it. You know what I mean?
I got a message. The Lord Allah gave me a message to share with y'all today. Listen,
what do you say?
I'm gonna read y'all. I'm gonna read y'all the Quran real quick. Y'all join me in reading the Quran. Listen, it says. Now this is, I guess, Surah. This is it's in English. It's an English translation. This is Surah 5 and 44, wherever that is. Lo, we did reveal the Torah, wherein is guidance and a light. I'm gonna read you also Surah 3 and 3. It says, "It is He who sent down to thee step by step in truth the book, confirming what went before it. And He sent down the law of Moses and the gospel of Jesus before this as a guide to mankind. And He sent down the criterion of judgment between right and wrong." This is the Quran saying that you're supposed to be reading the Bible. You're supposed to believe. You're supposed to have faith in the God of the Bible. This is in the Quran. But there's nowhere in the Bible that says go and read the Quran. The two books do not go hand in hand, although they like to say that they do. They don't. The Quran is telling you, look, man, you need to go read that Bible. What you wasting your time over here for? You need to be reading why you ain't reading the Bible? This book is written in Arabic for a reason, because this is for my people who don't have a God. Like, the Israelites were sitting a God, and Moses was an Israelite. He wasn't Arabic. He wasn't Muslim. You understand? Jesus Christ was not a Muslim. So, y'all do with that what you will, but the Quran clearly states that you ought to believe in the Bible. You ought to read the book of the Bible, and no one knows the Bible better than the ISUBK, the home of the truth. You need to get in class.
And that's one of the prerequisites for being one, too. You got to read the Bible from top to bottom. But it's still done in the spirit of rebellion because of how it was started. I mean, it was started in rebellion. Because what's his name? The head dude way back, the camel driver back in the day, Muhammad couldn't be an Israelite, so he started his own thing. We're not gonna pray 3 times a day. We're gonna do 5. We're gonna face Mecca instead of facing the east. Everything is gonna be done in opposition. So even when we bring up and say you should be reading the Bible, that spirit is still on that, because it's still like they never gonna mesh because the spirit, it was made in opposition. Oh, I can't be an Israelite, so I'm gonna create my own thing. You know what I'm saying? Which is, the spirit of a schism. So it might be the same thing. Maybe where these break off groups come from. Maybe they low key Islamic or something. I don't
For real. Shit. And I do want to say a quick disclaimer just to clear the air. No, I'm not wishing bad on Shorty. I hope she gets her mind right and do whatever was right. You know what I mean? But I know the God I serve. The God I serve will put you through some shit. And by going through that, guess what? You're going to come out strong as you can possibly be. Well, all type of power and willpower and strength and control and everything that you never thought you had before. And with that, you'll rebuild yourself. You get what I'm saying? So all I'm saying, for her to actually rebuild herself, she's going to have to know what the bottom feels like. You know what I mean?
For sure. And you know when I know it's going to be real for her, I'm going to tell you when I know. I mean, I don't predict the future, but what I will say is the way I will know when Brittney Reiner really take it seriously is when she disappeared from social media. When it gets to the point where you don't see her no more, now she going through something. When you got to bump into her ass on the street, but now every other week is here go my purple hijab, here go my green hijab. It's like now it's a fashion statement. When you really going through some shit, she ain't gonna be on Facebook or Instagram putting up nothing because she gonna be too busy going through the fire. When you going through the fire, you ain't got time to post. You ain't got time to be like, you know what I'm saying? When shit is due, you don't know where you about to stay. You ain't posting that. You're not doing that. So I mean, again, everybody got to go through their thing. So I don't, like you said, I don't wish nothing bad on her. I'm halfway joking with some of it, but it is hilarious to see, not from a celebrity standpoint, them go through those progressions. And when you've been a person that it's like the boy who cried wolf. When you've been a person that has done so much craziness just for clout. I did a reaction video to her just cussing dudes out. Not even a year ago. She was on podcast cussing dudes out. Twerking on old boy, you know what I'm saying? So it's like, you know what I mean? Okay, I get it, but I have to see it. We have to see it fully coming to fruition to really believe it. Because you've been clout chasing for so long, it's hard to determine if you even if this is real or you just doing this. Are you selling hijabs? You got a stake in hijabs now? You trying to make people buy them? Like, I don't know. Like, is it AI, nigga? Is that Brittney Reiner? Is that a clone? See what 2024, see what the world has done to us. Right. Even if she is trying to change her life, I can't even goddamn believe it because it may not be real. I don't know, but we'll see. If I bump into her on the street and she like, nigga, I've been going through, nigga, you got $10, I'm be like, the Lord is with you. The Lord is with you.
There you go.
The Lord is with you.
Or she's selling the bean pie. She gonna be on the corner selling the bean pie.
Nigga,
hey man, come on, brother. Would you buy this bean pie from me? It's only $5. It's only $5.
Facts.
Well,
that's how
the Lord is with you.
Right, and that's how you gonna know the Lord is with her. Facts. Listen, I mean, and what much more do we want from the girl, man? You know what I mean? Like we came from actually seeing her going crazy on camera. Like you said, she was cursing niggas out, twerking on niggas, spitting on niggas. Remember she spit on that nigga, threw the water on his face. Yeah, she was just going ballistic, and it was
one episode, all in one episode.
One episode.
Yeah,
fact. Nah, you're right, and and that was her reputation, like a thought who married a ball player who just wilds out and don't give a fuck about nothing. You know what I mean? And for her to actually slightly make some sort of difference in her life to try to better it, I mean, I can admire that. You know what I mean? And let me ask y'all this question. Do y'all believe hoes can actually change and serve God? Do you think hoes can be converted?
Yes. I think they're the only ones that can be converted. I think they're the only ones
break it down.
Now, when I say converted, thank you. Because when I say they're the only ones that can be converted, meaning all right, you don't give medicine to the whole, right? Like the scripture said, you give medicine to the ill, right? The ones who need medicine are the ones who are sick. So, when you say converting, it means you take a person who's living one way and you change their life. So my shit loaded. So you change that person's life. You make them repent. You make them say, "Hey, look, I'm not gonna be a hoe no more. I'm gonna do this thing." So I do believe that a hoe can turn into a housewife, if you want to call it that. Um, Here's what I will say, and again, I know what I said earlier, and I still stand by that. But at the same time, I really hope that the sister does change her life for the better. You know what I'm saying? Not for nothing. Because what I think is she was really going through some type of mental crisis. If you really break it down to it, break it down and get to the root of it all of that behavior is the behavior of someone who's traumatized, someone who has gone through something and does not know how to cope with it, doesn't know how to respond to it. We went from seeing her admitting that she just had a baby by this football player just to put him on child support and leave him. We've seen her go to speak with Deion Sanders and tell the guys on the football team, yeah, don't date a woman like me because I'm just gonna put you on child support and leave you. We've seen her get on this damn podcast and go from twerking on a nigga to spitting water in his face. This is someone who's not in their right mindset, and I think and I hope that she turned her life over to Allah to better her mindset. For real though, like for real.
Yo,
I think she
Nah, my
did
bad.
to turn her life.
My bad. I didn't mean to laugh. Shit, that was funny.
I think she might have done it to better her mindset. You know what I mean? I just think it was the wrong choice in my opinion, but I can't knock you for trying because I've done it. Like I said, I've been there. I've tried to be a good church boy. You know what I'm saying? Until I saw how many good church boys got molested, and and Christ wasn't there to help them. You know what I'm saying?
yo, I'm gonna say that I honestly, yeah, I want her to change. I think hoes, whatever, can be converted, but to me, from what my standpoint and what I know, I just feel like, all right, I'm gonna use this example. You know what was heartbreaking for me? I'm gonna be honest with you. When I was young, it was a nigga in the hood. I'm talking about this nigga was the nigga in the hood. I'm talking about everybody wanted to be this nigga. You couldn't mess with him. You couldn't do that. It was the most heartbreaking time, and I didn't realize it at the time, but this nigga started going to church. Boy, that was the worst thing he could have done. Now sitting on this side, it's like it got worse. It's like, yeah, you putting on a hijab and you giving away some clothes, but to me, and from my standpoint, you're getting worse. That's not getting better. That's getting worse to me, because now you basically, if you taking on this religion and it doesn't require you to change, then basically what you're going to do is look at God and it's like you're going to minimize what the impact it was supposed to have. So like, nigga, I'd rather you be hot or cold. Whether you go to the church, you go to Islam, you go there, you lukewarm. So I can't really fuck with it. Like, I'd rather you stay on that side until you ready to come all the way over. Now I know it's progressions, but to me, going from the street and then going to Islam is way worse. I'd rather it's like I could talk to you better if I meet you on the street. I could talk to a nigga better when he in that drug house. I could talk to him better, because when that nigga get in that church, it ain't shit you gonna be able to say to him. When that nigga started going to church, bro, that nigga you could not deal with him. Like, it was one thing when the nigga was in the street. At least the nigga had some common sense. Like, okay, this make 1 + 2. But when the nigga started going to church, nigga, 1 + 1 = 3. I'm like, nah, nigga, no, it don't. The nigga start saying stuff that don't make sense. This nigga sell drugs. He know how to break down quarter ounces and all of that, but how in the world he get 1 + 1 + 1 = 1 God body? How you get that? How he get Jesus is God and the Holy Spirit and all that at the same time? The nigga got worse. It's like, what you said don't even make sense no more. So again, from the outside, okay, I'm glad that you putting some clothes on and covering up. That's how much credit I'm willing to give her. A beautiful woman, cover up, I give you that. But to me, from my standpoint, I feel like it's worse now, because once they get that religious mindset, it's just hard to deal with. It's just hard to deal with.
Yeah. Nah, facts. Even with, and I don't mean to be too long-winded on the topic because I know we're ready to switch. But I just want to mention how you brought out earlier on the whole history from the 60s or whatnot. It's like, for us as a people, we have nothing that we can identify out there with ourselves, with our, our blackness, you know what I'm saying? Like starting up from the 60s. So when they seen Martin Luther King, we couldn't really feel that because it wasn't speaking to us. But when Malcolm was out, he was like speaking and uplifting and empowering the black people. You get what I'm saying? To tell them, don't cut your hair, don't bleach your skin, But it was also tied to Islam. You dig what I'm saying? So our people started to see, and that started feeling empowered as a black people and thought it was because of Islam was doing it. You get what I'm saying? So now today, when you have people like Little Dirk and niggas in Philly and niggas all over the earth, Kevin Gates and all these other cats that want to be Muslim, they're doing it in a way to help them identify their black. Like you said, it's a way to get away, like to be in opposition of that soft Christian white bullshit. You know what I'm saying? Like they even go as far as to say that, Islam, like Arabs is originally black and Islam is a black religion and all of that. When them Arabs don't even acknowledge FOY or NOY, you know what I'm saying? They don't even fuck with them. But they're trying to find something, you get what I'm saying? Of course, it's not true, but I mean, our people are so destroyed. We just got a zeal for the knowledge. We just got a zeal for the Lord, but not according to knowledge. You know what I'm saying? Like we want to serve Him. We want to be black. We want to empower ourselves. But we just don't have that knowledge. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, and that's what she lacking. And that's what, when you go back to it, it seemed, it was very militant. It seemed black. And then Malcolm took his pilgrimage and went over there. And what did he say? And I was in Mecca and I saw blue-eyed brothers and all of that stuff. So the nigga came back with that message. It was like, nigga, this is just Christianity all over again. Like we all inclusive again. Like I thought we was like separating, you know what I'm saying? But now you done went over there and seen that everybody could be in Islam. Is that what it is? Everybody can make this pilgrimage. It's not. It still didn't fulfill that separation thing. But when you read the Bible, you know what I'm saying? It shows you how to separate. You know what I'm saying? But they couldn't, because no way in the Bible will we be worshiping with the other nations. We wouldn't be doing that. But in Islam, niggas over here didn't know because niggas wasn't going overseas. Malcolm went over there and saw that and came back and told them niggas like, hey, I know what we said, but guess what? It's white people over there that's Islam too. Nigga, that made everybody mad. Nigga, that made everybody mad. Like, nope.
And if I could, like, that should, like, I mean, you should have known from the jump once they started letting niggas in. Once niggas started becoming Muslim, you should have known, well, yeah, this is probably some all-inclusive shit, because it's an Arabic religion and you're black. You're not Arabic. You understand?
Exactly.
So when you figure that shit out, you should have been like, well, yeah, this is probably some all-inclusive, anybody can join type shit. And that goes back to what I was saying about my culture, my identity. You know what I mean? Everybody can't be no Israelite. Everybody can't just speak Hebrew. Even the ones that claim that they Jews, the Jewish people, like Candace Owens was talking about in Revelation 3 and 9, even they don't speak Hebrew. They speak Yiddish, which is a language that's derived from Germanic, or whatever, however you want to pronounce it, Dutch, crap, whatever. They blended a bunch of their white languages together and tried to throw in some Hebrew spelling or the Hebrew context into it, and just, it's not even Hebrew. And any scholar will tell you Yiddish is not Hebrew. It's not biblical Hebrew. It's not what the Israelites spoke. So how are you going to claim that you a Jew? How are you going to claim that you the descendants of the Israelites, and you don't even speak their language, or you don't even like acknowledge their language? Then when I come and say, something in Hebrew, you try to discredit my Hebrew. You know what I'm saying? Like, you can't. How you gonna do that? I'll let you speak your Yiddish, but it ain't Hebrew. You know what I'm saying? So I mean, hey, this shit ain't all inclusive. Y'all can have all that all inclusive shit if you want to.
Are you able to go to a TikTok page, Lafayette, or nah? I posted in the chat.
This is her page that I'm on, I think.
Okay. Or just like the front. Oh, that's it. Okay. Because I just want to see what the transformation and like when it began. Like from one video to the next.
I don't know if you're gonna see it on here. I think she got more so on Instagram because I went to her Instagram earlier, and it's like you see her, and then it just all of a sudden just hijabs everywhere.
Hijabs.
I'm gonna see if can I go anywhere on here.
Nah, I was just wondering, but yeah, nah, you straight up, man. It's a cultural thing, man, and it's kind of similar to us in trying to be commit, you know what I mean, and trying to be conscious and all of that. Like them Hamites in Africa ain't rocking ox.
Yeah,
you get what I'm saying? They're not rocking,
right?
All that. They're not with that blackity black and we are gods bullshit. Like that's only niggas, because whatever we put our hands on,
right,
nigga, we turn that shit up. You know what I mean? That's why when you go in the black church, it's turned up way different from a white church. You know what I'm saying? Like, because our spirit is what make this shit great.
Yeah, she got a couple videos on here. I mean, some of these is a little bit risque, but so I don't know if we want to show this, but I don't know if you see on the side over here, like
you already showing it.
You know what I'm saying? Oh, y'all can see that? You can see like I'm going through it. It's like that, and then all of a sudden is that. You know what I'm saying?
Wow.
Like
that. Listen, our views about to go
731. Look at the date. 731, 729, and then 84, 83. Like
that's a month. 13, a month difference. So barely a month in between.
God.
Yeah.
That's crazy. Listen, if I run into Brittney Reiner, I'm definitely gonna give her a flyer. I'm definitely going to do my job and tell her what thus saith the Lord.
Right.
Yeah, see how Priest and also Lafayette and I run things around here.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah, he's kind of my neck of the woods around here. You from around here? Oh, okay.
This is my city. You know what I mean? Thanks for coming down. You know what I mean? I just want to, but
you be like, really, wherever I go, I'm the man in the city. So just holler at me.
You know what I mean? Probably run into her in the club or something like that.
Oh, what's that on your head right there? What they call that?
Oh yeah. Well, let me show you how to wrap a head wrap. Matter of fact, one of my wives will show you.
Yeah, all you gotta do is teach her something. Just teach her something, because right now she going the wrong way.
That's really. And I'm glad you said that. Can I make a point? Women are going to realize, and Lord will, I think this is the year for it. This is the year of revelation. Women are starting to realize that it's not the money that they want from a man. It's not the what do they call it? The validation comes to mind, but really more so because women want to be validated, but what is the word? Basically, like the attention. It's not the attention per se that they need from a man. They're realizing that what they want is to be taught and led and protected. That's what they want. That's what they're realizing that they want. And we've been trying to tell them, men, I'm not even just talking about myself. I'm not talking about anybody on this panel right now. Men, black men have been telling women that you don't want all these things. You want a man that's going to lead you, guide you, protect you, teach you things. That's all you really need, and that's all you really want. But you've let in society, you've let in the feminist movement and all these other things influence what you think you need from a man. And it's why you're lonely, suffering, miserable, and single, man. That's why. You watch too much reality TV. There's nothing real about reality TV. You watch too many 20v1s. You understand?
Too many 20v1s.
All that stuff. All of that stuff is poisoning your idea of what a healthy relationship looks like. And now you're starting to realize in 2024, the year of revelation, that you just need a real man who's going to teach you, lead you, guide you, protect you.
Being the slut gets played out. Can't be a slut forever.
And can I say something to the dudes too? For the men, because I know we talking about the women and what they need. And as far as men are concerned, you got to do a better job too. And the reason you got to do a better job, because a lot of y'all be turning these sisters away because you don't know the season she in. And I hate to sound Christian, but this is true. Because we were like farmers, that's why we talk like that. We was farmers and shepherds. That's why we talk about seasons and things like that. If you go through the scriptures, you see that all the time. Vineyards, planting, all that type of stuff, right? You gotta be able to see a woman when she's ready in that season for you to actually plant the seed. Some of y'all planting seeds too early, and you messing up. You messing up women because you trying to plant a seed too early. If you get what I'm saying, just like you were saying about her right now. Now you might try to go and talk to her while she twerking on Charleston White, and you in there trying to preach to her. She ain't trying to hear that. But if you really understand and you see when, like you said, when that contrite spirit and that brokenness, when you find that, now you can build that up. But a lot of times men be moving out of season. And again, I hate to say it like that because it sounds Christian as hell, but it's just true. You know what I'm saying? You meet a woman and she's not ready and you forcing it on her. You know what I'm saying? You can't do that. You know what I'm saying? Like, you have to walk away. She may be beautiful, but if she ain't ready for that, you might make her worse off by doing that. You know what I'm saying? So even men, you got to do a better job at picking and understanding. Like, every fruit ain't meant to be picked all season. It don't work that way. You can look at nature. You can't just go pick an apple or pick an orange anytime you want to. It's out of season. You can't go plant when you want to when it's out of season. You can't do it. So be more mindful when you out here and you seeing these women. Yeah, she look beautiful, but sometimes you need not touch that until it's the season. She ain't ready yet. She ain't ready for you. I don't care. You know what I'm saying? She 30 years old and she going through something. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's just a season for that. She ain't ready for that. So sometimes you swoop in and now you like, FUB, you don't want to hear the truth and you don't want to do, and it just, you can turn her away. So you running into Brittney Reiner, this might be a good time if she, if she really broken and contrite, like, you
might lead her, guide her, and protect her.
Might be able to talk to her.
Niggas ain't trying to hear that shit, man. Niggas just want to see the wagon. That's all niggas want to see. That's all.
Of course, and that is understandable.
But that's the problem. God, but that's the problem, because all they can see is the wagon, though. Like, it's one thing to see the wagon and be like, yeah, I like that wagon, but that wagon needs some protection. It's one thing to see it and say that. It's another thing to say all I see is the wagon, and I don't see none of the problems that she's going through. I don't see none of the
and most niggas don't.
Right.
You know what I mean? Most niggas don't give a fuck about that.
Most niggas don't know. Most niggas don't know that they farmers. Most niggas don't know that instinctively you're a farmer. So when you see a field, you like, damn, that's a big ass field. Boom. You know what I can do with that field? But then when you get to that field, that this ground is not fertile enough for you to be planting in. So,
yeah, no,
they call a farmer a husbandman. That's what a husbandman is, a farmer.
We right on it.
You dead right. You dead on it. Yeah.
And the thing is, like, these sisters is gonna continue. Like, let's say Brittney Reiner ain't never found that faith, whatever faith that she in, she would have continued on whatever route that she was, because niggas like Charleston White is giving her that validation. You know what I'm saying? And that's a nigga who's known to out there and pluck the fruit and all of that. I guess whatever niggas feel him. I don't fuck with Charleston. I'm putting it out there, but niggas do feel him. He be on that, speaking his mind shit. You know what I'm saying? But soon as that ass was on his lap, all of that speaking the truth, your mama's a bitch because she's a hoe, fuck King Von, all of that shit went out the window. You know what I'm saying? Niggas do not give a fuck, man. I'm just keeping it a buck, bro. Niggas don't give a fuck. Yeah, like, niggas just want the cheeks, and then that's a problem. It's a problem. Yeah. Like,
you see the ground, but you don't understand that it's not fertile. You don't see it.
Yeah. And that's why, and you don't see that it needs tilling. You don't see that the ground needs to be tilled. You can't just go straight into planting. You know what I'm saying? A lot of you niggas, you see some field, you want to start planting, you got to till the field first. You got to get all the weeds out of that field first. You got to, you know what I'm saying, uproot any bad, decaying plants, trees, or whatever's in that field. You got to get rid of that shit. And it's so spiritual, like, that you went there with calling it farming. Like, you know what I'm saying? Everything about it is, like, everything about the Bible is pretty much metaphoric to being a farmer, being a husbandman to that field, and this is heavy, like it's spiritual. That's why it's written by black people, because only black people speak like that and can understand like yeah, man, you got, like, when I'm saying how I'm saying tilling the ground, y'all get what I'm saying. You know what I'm saying? I don't have to explain what I'm saying because y'all understand. But a devil might hear what I'm saying. They're like, okay, he's comparing what to farming? Like,
Can I ask you a question?
But you get it.
Can I ask
you
you
get
a
it?
question?
Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah.
Let me ask you a question. So let's say if Brittney Reiner came up to y'all right now and said, whoop de whoop whoop whoop, and you was like, oh yeah, would y'all or would not? I'm asking y'all. Now I know my answer, you know what I'm saying, but I'm just asking, no right or wrong answer. How would y'all respond?
What is she asking me?
You know.
Well, he's saying whoop. I think I know.
You said whoopie
whoopie
whoop. I'm like,
whoop. Yeah. Let's say she came through, right? And did you like she did Charleston White?
Wait, did me like that? She did. She wouldn't. All right, so my bad, not to cut you off, but like I just want to be clear, because doing me like a Charleston White, meaning she's gonna come and sit on my lap and twerk and stuff like that. It depends. That depends on the setting, for one. Two, knowing me, I might let her just so I can talk to her and ask her, well, what made you sit on my lap? Why did you do that? You know what I mean? What the fuck? Listen, yeah, like I'm gonna get to the point where we talking. I'm gonna get to the point where we talking, like, okay, well, what's up with you? Like, what's up?
That nigga said he gonna let her twerk so he can talk to her. Excuse me, Miss Renner. Why are you twerking on me? Like, what's the end goal here?
You know what I'm saying?
You shouldn't be doing this.
Nah. Not on something you shouldn't be doing this shit. Like, but like, all right, like that's why I said the setting. Like, cause we in the club. Yeah, I'm gonna let this twerk on me.
Isis is gonna fold, bro. He is going to fold. Nigga. He's gonna fold like a lawn chair, nigga. No. If she's doing
that's
that,
what I'm saying. Depends on the.
About fucking. Let me talk to her so she can
No.
stop.
Hey, listen, I can only tell you. I can only tell you me. I can only tell you me. If we in the club, and this music, nigga, I'm gonna let her twerk. Ain't nothing wrong with twerking. You know what I'm saying? But I am gonna pick her brain. Yeah, I am gonna pick her brain afterward if I get to that stage. You know what I'm saying? But we talking about some chick in the club. We talking about some chick in the club. That's it. I've been to the club plenty of times, and it's a lot of chicks that just want to twerk and they're not gonna talk to you after that. But if we twerk and it get to a point where we talk after that, I'm gonna talk to her. I'm gonna peep what the hell is going through her mind, because she needs somebody to pick her mind and tell and figure out what the hell going on with her.
This is funny, dog.
You tell me what the hell you gonna do.
No.
Nah, but you tell me what you
gonna do. Made specific. We saying specific. The club. That's what I'm saying. Like that matters.
Because no. That's why I said. That's why I asked. It depends on what the setting is. Like that's what I opened up with. It depends on where.
Let me paint the picture then. Can I paint the picture a little better? All right, boom. You walking down the street. Boom, boom, boom. Let's say you know, there's a bar nearby. She get the rapping to you. Boom. It's like, yeah, you want to have some drinks? Y'all go and get some drinks at the bar. Woo, woo, woo. And she just, doing you like she did Charleston White. You know what I'm saying? Like, and all of that. Now, what is your, like, what would be your response towards that? Like, what's your go-to thought and all of that? You know what I mean?
I think for me, like, if we put it in that setting, the reason I think she did that to even Charleston White or even any of those men is because just the demeanor and the way they carry themselves, they look like you could do that stuff to them. You know what I'm saying? Like, I think the way you carry yourself can deter certain people from doing certain things. You know what I'm saying? Like, if you got that demeanor, like, yeah, I'm gonna just let her just do whatever she want to do to me. You know what I'm saying? That she gonna do that. But I think with nonverbal communication, you could deter a lot of that. So if we in a bar and she happened to be talking, you know what I'm saying? Like my demeanor is gonna be of like, nah, I can't just mess with this nigga. Like I can't just do this nigga any kind of way. But if I'm one of them lame niggas that's like, oh my God, it's Brittney Reiner, you so beautiful. What? Oh my God, then she feel like she got the upper hand. But if I'm just like, hey, you just a regular woman and I'm talking to her that way, I don't think she would do that. Now, if you say that I'm in my I'm in my masculine and she try to do that anyway, then I'm probably gonna check her though on some real shit. Like me, because I don't know why she doing that. That's the thing. Like that would be random as hell for this. She just in there just twerking on me. Like I don't know. I ain't gonna be like let her talk to her later in the bar. That's gonna be weird to me. But I feel like with my demeanor, I don't feel like she would even approach me like that.
Yeah, and I'm glad you said that because like Charles, like nigga like Charleston White, she's what she's really doing is like really it was like an attempt to emasculate him. Like, damn nigga, you just gonna let me do this to you? Like, you just gonna let me on? Like, and that's what I'm saying about the setting because we on a podcast, right? This is supposed to be a professional interview or somewhat professional interview. We got microphones, we got cameras, probably millions of people watching, and you just gonna come and drop your ass on me and start twerking? Like, why? You know what I'm saying? Why do you feel like you can do this to me? You know what I'm saying? On camera. You know what I mean? And so, yeah, like you using me or something. Like, so to me, it seemed to me from the jump, like she was really just attempting to assassinate this nigga from her very first move. When she first twerked on that nigga, it was like, yeah, this bitch ass nigga, I'm about to, you know what I'm saying? Start twerking on this nigga. And then when he let her do it, it was like, yeah, I knew you was a bitch ass nigga. Here, take this water, you thirsty nigga. You know what I'm saying? It depends on the setting, man.
It's the setting, man.
In the club, it's music.
Dance in the club. We can dance in the club.
No, real talk. We can dance in the club. It's music. It's the right setting. Shit, you ain't got no man, do you? You got a man? All right, well then nah, we good. I ain't going for that. But you ain't got no man. We in the club. It's music.
What would you do?
Just twerk, baby.
Oh, yeah.
What would you do?
Oh,
you said what would I do?
Yes.
Kisa.
All right, man. What I would do, nigga, I'll spit on that bitch and be like, motherfucker, where's your father at? That's what I would do.
Where, in what setting? In what setting?
Now I play.
Spit on it. That's crazy.
Yeah. Now I play. But
spit on it.
Nah. But on some real shit. Yeah, nah. Like on some real shit. Like from time to time, it's. And hear me out when I say this. I think it's a good thing to sometimes to turn down a woman. You get what I'm saying?
Yes.
Like I think sometimes, like even doing that, sometimes it can work out on your favor as well too.
Yes.
Like you said, that demeanor, she can be like, why is this nigga not thirsty all up on me and shit? Why this nigga? Every other nigga is fucking drooling over me in this club. Why this nigga all standoffish and like, you know what I mean? And she could become, curious and all that. So for me, I think it's good to turn down a dance or two, turn down a drink, turn down her number, you know what I mean? And hope you run into her again. Now let's say, this is a situation where, she did it out of the blue on me, then I might just have to be like, yo, I just came here to do this, finesse it, you know what I'm saying? Just let her know, like, yeah, I just came here to get a drink real quick. You want to chat? We can chat, but I just want to relax, you know what I'm saying? And, and I'll see what she says from there. But, at the end of the day, yeah, it's just, it's good to turn down the bitch or two. So, I don't know. Hear me, I don't know. Most of y'all like turn down the bitch. What the fuck? Yeah,
I agree with you. I agree with that.
That is real. That is high level. That is what you said is high level psychology. It's really what it is because she wants that attention and not getting it will probably make her gravitate more so to you because everybody else gonna be falling over her. So to turn her down is one of those things that you probably should do. And I agree with that. You should turn that down. Just as a man, you should do that. You know what I mean? Like because it works. It works. I don't.
Can I tell y'all the story?
Yeah, of course.
Y'all want to hear this story? All right. So boom, right? This nigga got me on the big screen. Damn, hold on.
It's storytelling time.
Nah, man, this ain't war as usual after hours, nigga. Hold on, we gonna say this. We gonna say it for the next episode, everybody.
All right, well, we got 5 minutes left anyway, man. Y'all want to talk about these goddamn picnic that black people wanted to do so bad? We got 5. We spent a lot of time on Brittney Reiner.
That was healthy.
Let's pull up the picnic, man.
Yeah, it was.
It was.
Yeah, man.
But yeah, man. So they having I didn't really look too much into it. What I will say is, if you know your history about picnics, you understand that a picnic comes from the term pick a nigga or pickney, right? Which is what they called our little black kids. You understand? You could do your research on that in itself, but it goes back to what I was saying earlier about the picnic that we were invited to in Florida, Palm Beach, Florida, where they said that they gonna serve watermelon and chicken and fried chicken. Meanwhile, they burned down our houses. I mean, the Bible says a gift destroys the heart. You understand? When you allow somebody to bribe you or give you something as a gift to win you over, you allow them to destroy you. You know what I'm saying? That's what destroys you, because you believe that because they gave you a gift, that they good people, that they honest and sincere. And you shouldn't trust that feeling every time. You shouldn't trust that when somebody gives you something, that means that they are honest and sincere. A gift destroys the heart. Somebody might be trying to give you something because they know it'll lower your guard. You know what I'm saying? And you should always be diligent, especially when it comes to your enemy. And because of the Christian church, because of the Muslim mosque, we've forgotten who our enemy was. So we're going to show y'all in this video the tactics of our enemies.
Oh, it happened already? Oh, shit.
Yeah.
Good night.
Look at black people. All you gotta do is set up some tables and some chairs, boy.
And serve some chicken. I guarantee you, they got them pink tables make it look like they serve watermelon, man.
This is like a giant baby shower. That's
yes. Please take your seats and silence your cell phones.
Crazy.
The program will begin shortly.
Oh man, look at the language. Distinguished guest. Like this is so a show for. Look at who they bring out. Oh man, come on, man. What's her name? What's that lady name?
Good afternoon, everyone. A president and a vice president who understand that when Black students succeed, our nation succeeds. This moment reinforced for me that representation.
The first Black woman to oversee the federal government's budget on behalf of the president. Director, all right, you got some fans in here. Director of Office, Management, and Budget, Shalonda Young. Actress, producer, my loved one, Marseille Martin. And with them, a man who needs no introduction.
Let me ask you something. Did the president and the vice president attend this event? Oh, okay. I wanted to see this, but I'm like, did he even show up? Get the fuck out the way, Negro. We're not coming through.
They didn't rehearse that part with him.
Yeah, he's supposed to get the hell up out the way.
Nigga marking.
Yo, this nigga lost.
Nigga,
he don't know where he at.
Tripping. He don't know where he going. Oh, look at that. Look at this, brother.
For the celebration of Black excellence.
Where's he going?
I see so many faces.
Yeah, let me skip through this a little
Thank
bit.
you for that introduction.
Yeah, there we go.
You just shared something that so many of us can relate to.
Yeah, he said some shit. So he was there.
The first Black president in American history. President, the first Black vice president.
Yeah, he's shooting outside.
And God willing, the first female Black president.
Yeah, he said God willing, the first female Black president. This is talking about Kamala Harris.
That's called pandering.
Hell yeah.
So yeah,
this is called. This is high level pandering right here. I mean, and unfortunately, our people are too blind to see when they're being taken advantage of. Like this is ridiculous. Your country, the country is being led by a zombie who's half asleep, and you're about to get handed over to an Indian woman who just claims your identity, just like everybody else has done throughout the course of history. You know what I'm saying? Everybody could just claim to be you, and of course they get all the love because they're not you. Obama did the same thing. Obama is not one of us. He looks like us, but he's not us. You know what I mean? Obama is a damn Hamite. He's an African, and we sell our identity so. Oh damn, we over the time, man.
Yeah.
Long story short, you know what I'm saying? We sell our identity so cheap, you know what I mean, that we don't even know who we are. You understand? So, everybody be diligent. Make sure you hit that subscribe button. We got giveaway. We got, items to give away, man. We got an air fryer, we got kettles, you know what I'm saying? We got much more coming. So make sure y'all hit that subscribe button. Subscribe to our YouTube, our Facebook, and TikTok. All at war as usual. Okay. With that, man, shalom. I think.